Good evening, friends. This is Workers and Resources. With tourism and flight. We're in vehicles validation. I hope we get validated. It seems to be right. If my calculations are correct now, there should emerge a supersonic capable aeroplane out of here pretty soon. Maybe. Cheers. And I was if it could be bothered to be finished anytime soon. Any day now. Any second. Yeah, I was thinking that we could maybe fly some people in to work here in Linköping at where we build the airplanes. Why not travel? There we have it. Yes. You see, this is not on a plinth as the other one is. No, this one is currently on its landing gear. Yes, it's a real aeroplane. This. And it's really fast. Yes, it's supersonic. My thinking was, if we could, we ought to be able to, maybe. How did I get that? What just happened? Wait. That changed. That's why. That's what I want. And see if there is there are absolutely no foot. There is absolutely no foot access on this side of. No, okay. Well, forget about it then. I was thinking I could build a passenger terminal here, you know, and we could fly people in to work here. But no, that won't work. There is one. Well, then it will work. Great. We just need to tear down a few things. That's regrettable, but as harsh is it here. But this is not the same demolishing stuff here now without the sound, the old sound effect. Oh. Plitch på dig själv. Ja, typ. But we want... which order is it you do this in again? Yeah, I've done it 2 times. One or 2 times, yes, here. And on the other end, I don't quite know. But I think that we need... Yes, what we want is an airport terminal. Yes, airport terminal. Which is quite large. Yes, it is quite large. We need to remove a bit more of this road. We can remove this. We are not going to have that. Now that railroad is completely defunct. That's okay. Airport terminal. Yes. Here. Yeah, sure. Here. This is sure not to cause any problems in the future. You know, something like this. I thought. And eventually that too, but not now. We would let them finish this first. Okay, and then we need somewhere for the plane to park. So we put down an airplane parking here. Like so. Yes, like so. And... I thought to do it. Yes, and more piping too. Piping. So I have 2 things planned for this supersonic flight thing. This is one of the things, is to fly a few workers in here. Why not? Since too long. Yeah, it doesn't have to be, you know. We can fix. And we have also learned, yes, that there is, we need a pump in between. Here, of course. So, yes. But, and that's in here. And I think, yes, we can bring some people in to build on the new aeroplanes, or build more aeroplanes. And we could also be bringing in some tourists, maybe, via the Supersonic flying machine. Why not? And then build up, tourism as tourism. Fantastic addition to the Marxist-Leninism simulator. You see, something like this. That might just work. This doesn't have electricity. I don't think it needs electricity, really. How sure are you about this thing? No, not very. I think that vehicles and things can unload at these types of places without there actually being this sort of stuff. This sort of stuff, yes, it's stuff such as electricity. Yeah. Whatever. But this one does need electricity. What you said doesn't make any sense. I know. That's how it is. Being me. It doesn't make sense to me neither. This seems rather luxurious. You have a dedicated connection here from the transformer to this thing. And you're using 100 watts sometimes. As I don't want to be messing about with. Here is an available connection. Very good. We always take the most care and attention when planning out your electricity grid in Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. It is very important. Yeah, it is. Also, make sure to check whenever you pull a cable off something like we did here. If it's a good circuit, we don't know. It might be a good circuit. At least the voltage, the voltage is not fluctuating wildly. No, that's a good sign. Okay, Supersonic flight is now commencing. About to commence. If I can find where we're going. Yeah, it's right here. We can park it here. Oh, TU-144. Is this? No. I think we'll go with it. Let's see what sort of speed it gets up to here. I'm also going to have to have a listen to the sound it makes. And the rudder isn't moving when it's taxiing. But this is nice. It's revving up the engines a bit with the brakes on before letting go of the brakes, and the bumpy runway is a bit, yes, it's a bit bumpy, but anyway. Okay, that's that. Then now we have seen enough. We have seen pretty much all there is to see. Yes, the Soviet Concorde is flying above TBD. Thank you so much for watching. Good night. Or not. I don't know. I mean, feel free to turn off. Or continue. You never know what's going to happen. We might actually what the hell did you just do? Okay. Landing gear is completely out. Very good. This is a mean looking plane, this. I always thought so. It looks menacing somehow. Not sure. I appreciate the Soviet Union enforcing their flag on our aeroplane. And we paid quite a lot of money to be allowed to build. Or for the instructions on how to build. And all things considered, it seems rather easy to build one of these. Considering usually, you know, even... Yes, well, very, very few places can actually build these things that sit here as the jet engines. Very few. It's a very difficult thing to build. It's like one of the most complicated things and expensive things that we have in the entire world. Well, you could make the argument that there are other things that are more complicated. Yes, there are other things that are more complicated, but one of the things that we take for granted, and that is never. Yes, jet engines are both complicated and easy, simple. Okay, if you haven't turned off yet, do it now, because this is not going to get better. No, I feel this is not going to be good. Okay, well, yeah, electricity will be coming there. That will be people. Yes, it will. Workers for that place, and yeah, you're building one more. Very good. Hey, go on. I figure if we fly people back and forth here, that flight that this plane just made. Yes. Out of here. But that would be one thing. Why isn't this done yet? Because I haven't built a road to this, so they can't build it. Do we really want a dirt road there? Consider to think of all the tourists that will be coming in here and see that terrible shape. This is the first thing they see is they can't even afford a proper road to the substation here. They can think what they want. Anyway, I think that we can do something like this. Tourists, yes, you should go here to the train platform, and then we should build a hotel or something for them. Yes, of course we should. And other tourist attractions as well. Tourist attractions, yes, we're city hotel, we're city hotel. That's right by the heating pipe and with a pretty decent view of the lake and so on. That's exactly what we wanted, and then a bit of road going down to there, a bit that stuff. I have a lot of dollars for some reason. I don't. Where has that come from? It seems okay. It's Lisa. She's exporting bitumen for us, as always. That would be it. Or that would do it. Yes, now it is a little bit important that this place actually is reachable from the train station down here. But it must be. Well, yes, it is very good. Could they also walk to? They can walk to the shop too. Very good. So they can buy electronics, which they apparently want to buy. Yes, tourists want to buy electronics. We'll let them. We'll see what happens. Okay, yes, and tourist attractions. You said, yes, I imagine, Ferris wheels and stuff we have, but that could be of great gain for everyone. Carousel. Surprise. Okay. Beach cafe bar. I mean, this place is pretty pretty well set up for something like that, I think. Isn't it not? Panorama-restaurang. Oh. Museum of the... Yes, but not here. Beach. Okay, how... You want a little bit in the water, okay. See if we can fix a little beachfront here for them too. It may not be so easy. No, it may be a bit drygt. As in, it will take a time. And long time. No. The other way, please. Yes, you want to race. That's more like it. How much space did it need? A lot. Probably. Everything requires a lot of space, you know. Let's turn that on. Why are you in such a bad mood? I don't know, I just am, I'm sorry. Just the way it is, and the way I... anyway, beach. Indoor pool. Oh. Where did it go? There it is. Need flat terrain. Can't build this building on the water. Need flat terrain. Yes, and some parts of the building must be placed on the water, I would guess. Of the beach building. Yeah, we're breaking new ground here in so many ways, you know, so... What I'm trying to do here is to get it, you know, as level with the water as possible. As level with the water as possible. No, not what you want, but you know what I mean. I want a flat, relatively flat area. And now you're looking for the beach again here. Beach cafe. We have, okay, we have that too. Beach. Can't build this building on the water. Some parts are required to be in water. Can't build on the water. I think I've had it. I mean, seriously, I think I've had it with this game. What is that sound it's making now? I don't know, but it's not making what I needed to. It's impossible to get it to the... Yes, a fucking piece of shit. Did you say that you're not allowed to say... Yes, I am. Yes, but people may be offended. People are always offended by what by me in general. Whatever I do, and however I try. So... This is turning dark. I mean, even by my standards, this is not looking well. No, but you know, alltså dra åt helvete med den här jävla förbannade helvete fanskapet, för att det går ju för fan inte. Alltså du ser, det passar, it doesn't fit anywhere, den här jävla helvetes fan. No, you can't build it on the water. No, but some parts are required to be in the water. Yes, and 1 pixel there. Some parts are still required to be in the water. Yes, but what the fuck do you call this then? Is this up? There's this. There it was. There is 1 pixel here among the 1920 by 1080 pixels that that it will accept as a position. Where was it? Yes, but then the footpath leads into a bit of a steep place. There. Okay. Why has this changed to I did that again now. That's not what I meant to do at all. No, I meant to do this. Too steep of an incline. Have you heard of stairs in the Soviet Union? No, you have not heard of stairs in the Soviet Union. Fine. Dra åt helvete då. Jävla kommunistjävlar. Okay, and this thing. Yeah, it will get built maybe eventually here. If some things would get designed. I can do it for you. Game, you think it's hard? That's one tourist attraction. And not only, I mean, for the people. To be able to go to the beach. I don't know what effect it will have on them, but it must be good. Attraction score carousel, and there was a surprise carousel too. Yes, we'll have a surprise carousel too. That sounds good. You always want surprises. Maybe you do want surprises when you go on carousels. Yes, you do, but only the right kind, not the kind of a bolt had jiggled loose and therefore you're now dead, or in the process of being so. Surprise carousel, very good. So try and put on some more music, see if that won't cheer you up a bit. This is terrible. And drink some more beer, that might also cheer you up. It might also make me more grumpy, and you know. Yeah. The tourists can walk here. From the hotel down to the beach, I would presume that they can't. They can. Very good. They can walk there. Very good. More tourist attractions. Yes, we're building them all. Of course we are. There was a lot of them. Gallery of Art. That only has 1-star rating. Attraction score 0.08. Okay. What was the minimum outside temperature for the beach, by the way? 20 degrees. Weaklings. Have you heard of ice bathing? We have a sauna here. That is a maritime research university with a lot of students waiting for processors. Yes, they're waiting for processors. Or professors, maybe. Somewhere around here there's a sauna. They can go visit there too if they want. But they take a swim in the lake. It is not polluted whatsoever. Sight tower. Yes, but again, if you want the views, you go up in the Palace of Soviets. It is pretty damn tall. So maybe not, but a museum I want. Yes, we want a museum. National Uprising, no. That's not right. The View Cafe Bar. A cafe and bar that only serves alcohol. Very good. Restaurant. A restaurant. Museum of the Republic. Museum of the Republic. Museum Palace of Communism. As we can build this next to the Palace of Soviets, if we want. Sight tower. We didn't. Museum of the Republic Side Tower, Palace of Soviets, not really carousel Ferris wheel. We have one of those. Zoo we're not getting. Pyramid. A National Uprising Museum sounds like it could give people bad ideas. Yes, because yes, it's very bad to do uprisings now that we have taken over with the Marxist-Leninism, you know. It's only before when they had the bad things. Yes, when they had the wrong ideology, it was only then that it was a good thing to have revolutions and uprisings and such. Now we don't want that anymore. This was very large. Very large. What the hell is it again? Pyramid Museum. Yes, we can build something small. A beach cafe and bar. Pretty nice. Like at the beach or close to it. But it needs to... What? Does it need to be at the beach? It doesn't need to. Screw you people, that's enough. You have a beach, you have a hotel, you have all sorts of things which you could require. And we also have this thing that requires amending a bit. Yes, we need a pump here. For this to work, to stand any chance of doing anything of the sorts of working. This way, but the road connection is the other way. I happen to know, I have a strong feeling that it is. Build road first. Yes, another pipe. Ett annat rör, helvete här. Yes. Rör, pipe. Here we go. Helvete is helvete. Rör, helvete. That's rör, helvete. We got there. Very good. Did you think to look if it had electricity? It probably doesn't. It is probably placed in such an exact manner that has electricity. I forgot to look. We shall find out when it is finished. It's what we shall. We can bring in some tourists, maybe. You stop it. Yes. Do that and then go here. Is that how you do it? But you do not do it. No. You only get out. Yes, this will take some time before I tire off, I think. It's very safe, by the way, to have high power lines over the runway. Yes, just make sure that the planes are actually not, that they are only either decelerating or accelerating. Yes, don't fly into the wires is what I'm trying to say. That can be bad. How quickly are we going here? 700. This is not supersonic at all. Seems a bit unstable. There we go. 80. Well, you just slow down. Bye. Why are you slowing down? Okay, so we'll try and figure out how they implemented this then. Yes, it is filling up with people in flight. Not bad at all. That's some advanced technology they've got over there in the Soviets, I would say. It didn't have to slow down to like below 700 or something. Very good. Here it comes again. Are you going where? No. Okay. What's going to happen now here? Will you people make it to the hotel, you think? Edita, we are here. And 14 people dared to ride on our plane. They don't seem very happy. 74%, 80%. This is like really poor by our standards here in TBD. You know, we are happy people here. Otherwise, you're not. Unless you're a happy person, you're not. Yes, that looked completely reasonable. You have come at a height of some 33 degrees. It's a bit hot, but it's pretty damn nice. We always have perfect weather except in the winter. But yes, we have perfect weather in the winter as well. Yes, we have said here before this. We have the most perfect. You people, I'm surprised to let you out of the Soviet Union. Okay, you are apparently a good. A bit of religiosity is still not completely beaten out of you, but pretty good Marxist-Leninist ideals here. You, however, 25% government loyalty. And a bit more spiritual. I'm surprised they let you out, Gottfried. Be careful, make sure you go home and have all your paperwork in order. How did... Wait. Where are you, Gottfried? You're not riding on the bus, are you? No, you're walking. Edita, where are you? Tourists from Soviet countries. I already spent 27 rubles a piece. Something, and you're going on a train. But you went separate ways. Yeah, right. The hotel is not finished, is it? No, it rather isn't. Where do you suppose these people will... Yes, it is. It is finished. Yeah, stop talking rubbish. It's just that we need to fix them up with a bit of stuff. Such as food and drink and meat too. I see this. What do? You do alcohol, clothing, electronics. You don't do food. You can do food too. I think that's available here. 859 tons of food is available there, so you can load food too. I'm not quite sure exactly what this does. Let's not mess with it too much. Let's just add that to its list of duties here. Very good. And if you want to serve any meat at the hotel, we're going to need to bring meat to. This wouldn't happen to be the meat truck. Yes, it would. You know what you're going to do? On your way to the store, you're going to drop off. On your way to the store, you're going to drop off. And then wait to unload. There, it's not going to work. They are not going to have meat all the time. I don't care. Freeloaders. Okay. Missing star building as well. How does a beach need electricity? Jävla skit. For what do you want electricity? Exactly for what do you want electricity here? And how is it imperative to your function? Well, apparently you can have visitors even though you don't have electricity. Would say. Yes. Good. Good. And we're going to build a special substation just for the beach. Or not. That won't work. I think this will work. It seems very deep here. Yes, be careful when you go for a swim here, because it is really damn deep here. What you say? It is not långgrunt. It is the opposite of långgrunt. It's deep, and it's steep. The steep deepness. Okay, this place seemed popular. Missing staff or not enough staff. How much people do you need? Could make it a bit easier on yourself and build the substation here, maybe. Okay then. There's just one problem in this bit. But I got my ways. Sometimes I do have my ways, and sometimes I get my ways with this here Soviet thing, but sometimes I don't. This time I did. And from there is a switch around here. All infrastructure is planned out and placed with utmost care and attention. Always. You have 7 tourists. There were like 14 people on the plane. Where did they go? Why aren't they all here? And why isn't there any alcohol here? Will be enough. Oh, you're out of fuel, you say? Yes, but well, you could unload the people first. Or have they gotten back on board? I don't know. Tourists apparently have a travel time limit of 12 hours here on this plane. What will happen to you when we don't get the pipe? Because this is going to take a bit more than 5 hours in your time frame. No, it's not. It's finished now. Okay. It's all good then. Might get to go home, if that's what you want. Trip duration 1 day. You didn't even get off the plane now, did you? Well, you don't know what you're missing. Yeah, if we could get some workers to wait here. I don't know exactly how that's going to happen, but if we could, one way would be to tell people going off, no, then everybody will get off the train and go, that's not going to be good. I think it is like these two houses that are... Wait a minute here now. Is any of these buildings reached? No. How do you expect this to work? This is not going to work. Yeah, you need to build more road and things. And footpaths. Optimize. Footpath thing. So that's enough optimization. It is not enough, but it does something. Okay. And you want to walk in a... I suppose we could make it even straighter for you. I really don't know which way is the best. If I try that way, what happened now? You see 2 buildings are now covered by this. Continue, no. But what if we did here? This is not going to help anything. Just, I really need to change this. We get enough of those pop-ups things. There we go. Yes. Do we really need to reload the game for that thing? Fine. I'd probably change something else too. Yes, it has had a tendency to do that. So far it's been about 42 minutes or so, thereabouts. What have we managed? We have managed supersonic flight, what the hell? So don't be so negative. Day-night cycle was disabled for some reason, yes. Did I click that button? No. Seasons are still enabled, all other things are as they are supposed to be, but it was the day-night cycle thing that required the restart rather than the vehicle. It changes stuff that you don't click. Yes. Top tip. If you're ever in that menu. Double check. Indeed, but there we have. Now that is everything as it should be here. Okay. I think so. Good. Okay. We have 1 worker, 2 workers waiting, 3 workers waiting. Very good. Now we just need a plane to fly them. Is this... have you started unloading? Yes, you have. Good. See, this route that you're doing, you're not going to do that any longer. You don't go to beyond the borders. You fly down to Linköping here and bring some workers with you. But we can't fly them there yet because they haven't put up the street lighting yet, so they haven't started work on this yet. No, it's going to take a while longer, and they are still working on this too. Okay, well, you can continue bringing tourists in then. Meanwhile, we're going to have a look here too. Isn't there any Western planes available? We have the C401. And the FO27, yes, I suppose that's a Fokker, or how is it supposed to be pronounced? The thing with that is it's not German. No, that's Netherlands. No, it's Dutch. Yeah, it's a good thing I'm not Dutch. This would have been offensive. But maybe we should have. Why not? We have lots of dollars. Yes, we'll put one of those up in the queue here. What do you do? 52 passengers. Takeoff distance 480 meters. Small little thing. Indeed. How much aluminium and things goes into making one of these 73 tons? 5 tons of steel, 4 tons of electronics, 104 tons of mechanical components. I suppose that is what makes up the jet engines then. Yes, throw enough stuff at it and it will work. There is no output connection. Yes, this is supposedly has priorities now. That could be. Let's have a look. What that means, if anything. Use priorities. Say here, for example. Okay. Sure. Is it possible to say I can do that? Yeah, that's great. And the other tourist attractions, remember the people that we are quite quick in building up here. The surprise carousel, for example. Is it a surprise? It seems very popular. 300 people are standing around here. No tourists though. Only one tourist. At the end of the queue. I cannot select. You have spent 420 rubles so far. You want to stay here 12 days. Are you having a good time? Trip rating 2 point. What the hell? You want to drink alcohol and you're standing around in the queue for the surprise carousel. The surprise is not that you get the beer afterwards. The surprise is that you may, if you had a beer before, you may lose it during or after you have been on this. Or anything else you have had that day, you might lose. There you go. You had 400%. You're 100% happy. You're gorging yourself, and you're drinking like there's no. This looks like pretty typical vacation behavior, doesn't it? But why aren't you getting happy? You are happy. Why do you think so badly of your trip here? Have you had a bad experience, Pavel? Somewhere? Now it went up a bit. And now you're watching television. Now wait a minute, the attraction was, it didn't say alcohol, it says attraction, and that is measured in liters. Okay. Okay, I suppose this also means now that the regular people here will get the need of attraction. Very good. and something is on fire. This place is on fire. It's the daycare. Oh no! Think of that. It's literally in the water. It's a stone building in the water. How flammable is it really? There was someone's old sofa or something had caught fire. Very popular, this place. Yes, I'm always complaining. But wouldn't it be a little bit more exciting if it actually did the carousel thing? Yes, this is one of those. This is the worst kind I've been on. I was on one of these ones. A really sketchy one, you know. A really sketchy one. It cannot even have been legal back then. And it was me, and it was my cousin. We were the only persons on the thing. And the person in the booth forgot about us. Yes. 20 minutes on one of these in pouring rain. Not a good experience. Not even when you're 12 years old. A terrible experience, in fact. Yes. They are very colorful here. Look at the people. Yes, I think they look rather sharp, don't they? Could we get to look at them from? Yes, if you press the impossible goddamn key that's a key combination that you can press, which makes the game exit. I don't know what I did. Fan. Fan. Indeed, fan. What should I tell you? Right, so how are you? I mean, I may be in a better mood now. I hope so. Let's hope so for all our sake. Yes, I'm in a perfect, excellent mood now. Put on more workers and resources music, and let's get going with the working and the resourcing. And get some people flown into the airplane factory. There it goes. Hello. I want to talk to you. Or follow you along. Yes. Here we go again. Yes, that will take some time to get sick of or get tired of. Yes, you sound real chipper there. Yes, I'm doing my best. I really am. Okay. Yes. No pressure then. No pressure then. Breathe. The thing is, we shall try and transport. It's not finished yet. I think thought it would be finished now. Fan. Varför är du inte färdig än? Why aren't you ready yet? Here. Because it's an airport terminal. You know how long time those usually take in reality. They quite often not even get finished. they that long. Yes. We're pretty damn good in our executive function here, I would say, and in our abilities to abilities to actually execute on all the high-strung decisions that are made. Oh, look, you now have 150 tourists with you on your way back. But our second Soviet Concorde will be a while longer. Yes. No, I closed that down. No, but it's easy to find. You see, if you stay positive. Yes, all map. It's we don't have that many planes. We had two. Are you coming in for a landing, maybe? What are you doing? Yeah. That's just lovely. That is that makes me a little bit happy. Not that it serves any purpose whatsoever for the gameplay, very much, except bringing tourists in. We could do that with buses from there too. But they're airplanes. They're really cool. Just maybe it really doesn't make sense when your thing is 20 kilometers. But yeah, it would be larger worlds. Yeah, sure. We'll have workers and resources Soviet Union at 0.2 FPS. Yes. We still cannot add this to the schedule because it's not quite finished. And even if it was, you haven't built this little footpath here. It's a good thing that footpaths are exempt from our do-it-yourself policy. Bricks. 83 kilograms of bricks. You're missing like... How much? A brick is quite heavy. You're missing like 5 bricks. Okay, maybe a few more, but not a lot more than that. No. Come on, slap it together. Or get it together. Get your distribution together here. Where is the truck? There's not even a truck in sight. If we don't have bricks. Here is one coming. Although it only brought 130 kilograms. For some reason, even though there are 200 tons available at the source. Yes, you say this is the kind of thing that makes you want to say bad words like fan helvetes jävla skitspel. That's a good string. Fan helvetes jävla skitspel. Fan helvetes jävla skitspel. Yes. It really lets the steam. It doesn't work. That makes you more angry, upset. You were in a great mood, you said. Yes, I thought I was, but I'm not, turns out. This place really has served its purpose, and with that I have served my purpose here too. It was, yeah, great. We have aeroplanes, we have tourists. I already have my utopia here. Am I finished? Is the addiction lifted? I don't know. What if it is? Then I don't know, because no one seems that interested in my I'll put it that way. My trucking ventures haven't gone so well in many in all ways that you could imagine. Yes, and the train driving thing. Yes, and never mind that. This is workers and resources, and I think I'm done. Such as this airport terminal is done. You haven't gotten any fuel into here yet. And you say that you're done. Yes, I'm done. Or I'm getting there, I think. What? This is not a... I did not click a road car... What? No, exactly. This is what I clicked. You know how to get fuel, right? And you have a one tanker. Are you even not busy? That's okay. You go here too. Very good. And unload. All the fuel. All the fuel. That's what you want to do with that. And now, yes, now that this is finished, we can add this to your thing. And remove this. Could we reroute you to here? With the tourists? Apparently so. Oh no, you're not taking off your taxiing into the... that's unfortunate. Alright, There's some sort of symbol here. Yes, I think that's the symbol for when it's a runway or taxiway is engaged by another airplane vehicle. Yes. But that's you, because this one is the only other plane we have, and that one is not on its way anywhere. No, it's just got here. It's full. More or less, as we fly in the aluminium now for our planes. It's only makes okay. So you just need to go in there and turn around and have a think about it, and then you will fly the tourists to Linköping and our airplane factory. It might not be allowed for them to visit there, come to think of it. We can deal with whatever happens. We haven't really thought out these machines ourselves. We paid for the manual, sort of how you build them. So I don't think we have much of secrecy going on. No, it's okay. We get to fly again. And this time inland, back to where you came from, where you were born. Oh, we get sjön here. Could have gotten the sunset if you thought about it. Yes, it didn't. Well, I might feel real rubbish at this particular evening. I'm really not in the grooves, but this looks damn amazing. Det ser jävla bra ut. Okay. Well, haven't you learned anything? What did you just do there, airplane? What are you doing? Watch out for the snowplows there. Yes. It was a bit of an odd landing. Don't know what you were thinking. So they either touched down in the last third of the runway or about a kilometer ahead of it. That must have scared the poor people here. How are you doing? Are you 89% happy? What will happen to you now? I don't think they'll get off even. Tourists can't work, But they come here, they spend money. They don't work. They work when they're home. Maybe. Who knows what they do. But I'm really not, completely comfortable with letting all these people in here and such, Who knows? They might be spies, from both the east and the west. No. Okay, they get off. Yes, you're waiting on the platform for that. Okay. Yes, okay, and now you got back on the airplane. Good idea. Unfortunately, I let you, but okay, fine, whatever. You can go back and go to the airport terminal, but I don't know if you'll get home. I suppose they teleport home. Yes, they do. We have decided. But soon the first workers here will arrive by plane. We have almost 200 of each. Very good. This has, if one has not noticed before, I did not notice immediately, but I have noticed now that this airplane factory requires a whole lot more engineers per worker. I could almost say it's almost equal. Which makes a bit of sense. Yes, it is quite complicated to build these things. Yes, it is. And the smooth runway is also very good. We cannot even imagine the same people who made that runway also built this aeroplane. Which isn't. Yeah, it's impressive. Where has the things gone? Where have the things gone? Is it that detailed? It's tied to the landing gear, of course. You see here when it deploys the landing gear, if it also, whatever they are called, those things, the ears, the thing that, yes, okay. I haven't noticed that before neither. Fantastic. Yes, that's the best thing I've seen in Soviet Republic. But completely pointless, but it's the best thing. It doesn't matter. It's pointless. Everything is pointless. It's just made up. Everything here is pointless if you think of it that way. You know, so why not have an extra pointless? But it isn't even extra pointless. You don't need to say. It's just more pointlessness. Airplane, great. Yes. Love it. This is fantastic. I mean, just look. But be careful with the would you please keep on the taxiway, on the paved bits, that is. I suppose it is a very sturdy landing gear. Okay, we need one more aeroplane to build, another triple level. It isn't in here, but maybe some modder could figure it out or something. Whatever it's called, the largest one there is, that enormous damn thing. That is so mind-bogglingly large that you only board one passenger, one worker, one. I don't know. Maybe the people here are a bit more skeptical of these here flying machines than the foreigners. I don't know. But you are the first one to go. The first citizen. Congratulations, Christoph. There's a little bit of a rough takeoff there, and it shall get less rough if we instead follow the plane instead of the worker. Huh. I hadn't even noticed that before, that it was that detailed, that it retracted those things. That's really nice. As it seems, your approach here is a bit unique. Well, you did a whole lot better this time than last. Yes, oh. Well, I prefer this to it landing all the way over there, the way it did before. Definitely. So this is better. Okay. Will you get to work here now, you think? To open you up, we want to make sure that you get to work. What you wanted to do there was to start the turn a little bit earlier, and it would have gotten this. But if I can have these details, why cannot the rudder move and the things move to flaps and things? The flaps go down with the landing gear. That's another thing to check out. Hose. It's a bit silent here. Yes, it's taxiing. Yes, but it makes some noise. Yes, it got MTU-144. It is not silent unless turned off. In control tower is not enough workers. Okay, but you... Oh yes, you did indeed. Start work at the airplane production line. Very good. And now there appears to be enough workers in the control tower. How hard can it be, really? We have 2 airplanes. It can't be that difficult to keep track of. And it's very rare that they are both in the air at the same time. Here. So far, anyway. Yes, it's going to take the better part of a year or so to finish. How many times can we fly with this? So we need to check if the flaps go do something too. I don't think so. They do not look like they're extended in any way here. And just barely avoid snagging the landing on the power line. Very good. That might have ended badly. No, flaps do not do anything. Wings do not. I'm perfectly happy. Oh, we haven't noticed. No, this is very, very, very subtle. That's a pretty cool shot. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, what the hell? We can fly the same airplane back and forth all night here. Look, there's a train going by. I wonder if is that maybe the closed train? No, that's an elongated. It might be electronics or electrical components. This mechanical components. Enough with the aeroplane. No. No, not by a long shot. This is now closed due to bad weather, as it's October. But one can surmise that the beach needs electricity, and it does not fit a whole lot of people. Put it that way. Apparently, they want a lot of space or something. We have another hotel here too, guests without service. There are no goods to sell. that's correct. I've not added this to the distribution thing because there is something wrong with the distribution thing, and this is where I lose completely. Don't have I simply don't have the will to deal with this stuff because this distribution office, yes, it is has a source of alcohol here, Södra Sjön Road Cargo Station, yes. Södra Sjön Road Cargo Station has how much alcohol available? 389 tons. And it is set to deliver alcohol to Sjön City Hotel. Yes. We can take this, and we can take this, and that has that effect, and that does that. Yes, it doesn't make a difference. And the electronics is for some reason really wonky in all the hotels. That's just the way it is. I suppose all the foreigners, they plug in their stuff, into our grid, and all there is spying devices and what have you. Go here too. Maybe at least you'll figure out how to get food to them. But you do pubs too. Yeah, you do pub. Like this place. They get their alcohol from here. Could you please bring some alcohol to the hotel? No. I don't think it's a generic alcohol hotel bug. The whole alcohol distribution office hotel bug, because I'm pretty sure that this will not work very well if you have it this way. That's completely correct. That will not work at all. But anyway, this place has alcohol, and it's also supplied by a distribution office, so therefore I don't think that it is it's just the normal slight randomness to the distribution offices, which is damned annoying. 48 tourists were not able to participate in any sport. You're on vacation. If you want, you can go. Hello, we have a pretty nice settlement here. You can walk all around the lake. Yes, and also have you set for a while, and then you can. Well, there are pubs available too. Since we haven't been able to get any beer to your hotel, I'm very sorry about this. I regret it, but there's something wrong. I can't do anything. It's this place. Yes. Which man? Yeah, screw it. Yes. They can go to a pub if they want to drink. And mingle with the people. Oh, do I really want that? Maybe it's better we keep them at the hotel. It's not that I don't have confidence in my own people that they will, I think that they are strong and independent thinking enough that they will withstand whatever ideas they bring with them here. But I fear more for the tourists, They might be so enlightened by our way of life here, by our Marxist-Leninism, and how it is so superior to their Marxist-Leninism, that when they go home they might start thinking of revolting and revolution and things. Well, good for them maybe, but the Soviet Union might be a bit upset with me if the people returning from vacation here come home all, agitated and revolutionary against the current Soviet state, Yes. And for only revolutionary against what was the bad stuff. Yes. Now we have the good. One tourist has made it on board. Okay. And we don't fly anyone in anymore. Correct, we fly a few workers too. They probably made more sense, yes, but when the Fokker is ready, we'll use that to get some tourists in. And when the second Concorde here, Soviet Concorde, will be done first. That's a long while from now. So is it. So, but we have had supersonic tourism. Yes. What should we do now? Reorganize the electricity grid, I think is what we should do. Because that is a real terrible mess, you know. It's also completely impossible to untangle and make heads. It's just not possible. I wonder if they've done something here. Links. Stored function is still very difficult in the Soviet Union. Heating appears to be sort of adequate. Of course, it is the people here are doing great. Except that they don't have a whole lot of work, but that's okay. We live in such opulence here, you know, and richness that it's just our way of life. How many one worker got on board for some reason? Even though there are plenty here. You don't want to work in the aeroplane factory. Why not? Because it is set to only unload people here. Yes. That's a bit unnecessary. You can come back. Even though it's set to only unload, one person managed to sneak on board. Okay, so the first person there who was applauded for his bravery of being the first volunteer should instead be, I don't know. I mean, officially and for political sake, we ought to make some sort of reprimand. But then I can't help but sympathize with the feeling of wanting to ride on the thing, even though it has its orders not to load any people on board. So I think a medal is in order for him of some kind. But we will not do an official thing. No, we'll do it in. We will just forget about that happened. And the next time when you come in here, you will actually load workers. A few more than one. Who was it that snuck in this time? Theodora. 36-year-old. Why haven't you got any children? Come on, get on with it. Yeah, you're 100% happy. You are 100% fed. You are pretty decent health, cultured. You see, you are too busy doing sports and culture. Get down to stuff. No, know quite how they do it, since they do it on their own here. But whatever it is you do, get on with it. And what did you now? Okay, so you went on the airplane for a bit, and then you walked to the UFO thing, university. That's a bit more like it. 22 workers. That's a lot. No, and this is a really cheap way to transport workers too. No, it's extremely expensive. But the thing is that these The only running cost they have here in the Soviet simulation in the Marxist-Leninism world is fuel. And that we have in quite an abundance. So it's okay. We can have all the planes we want flying all over the place. That would be something, wouldn't it? Like 100 planes here flying. Would mostly be circling. In a holding pattern, you know, to get clearance to land, I think. Since we only have 2 runways. One could extend runway here. If one could get taxiway or road for airplane. Could we get one of those here? I think so. They're pretty wide. Yes, and it works like this. You know, you can do. Of course, it does. That's how runways work, sort of. But that doesn't really expand the capacity of the thing so very much as it would have if we would have had they might do something. 600, that's not enough by any means. 780, no, we need much longer. Okay, we're not going to get that in here. Now it's a bit of a problem that we require like a 20th of the length of our land for one of these things. But that's just the way it is. Yeah, you could round it off, but that's not really the style here, you know. It's 5-6 hours is something that we aim for. Definitely, that draws all the people in, you know. Yes, we had the first proper load of people coming to work here by airplane now. Very good. That will make some difference. I think the traffic situation around the bus platform here has broken down a bit. That's why we're not seeing such as it's not too bad. Because you're doing something weird here. Why, but you will get up to speed eventually, so it is good, I suppose. Have they changed it around so that they slow down for pedestrians or something? No. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Can we confirm or the opposite? Well, ambulance is not a great example since it's an emergency vehicle. It may slow down to a lesser extent. A bus going down a street such as this one or this, you're doing 100. No. At this one there are no pedestrians around. You didn't slow down. That's good. But what if there are pedestrians around? Slow down now. Now to find out, we can go and have a look up here maybe. Like there, does it slow down here? really. Good. Had me worried there for a while. Yes, and this got the tourism rolling here again, didn't it? Yes, it did. You cannot get electronics, but at least you have plenty of food and drink. Yeah, we should raise the price. Expected rating. They are okay. They are price conscious here, apparently. Or they set their expectations according to what they are going to pay, maybe. Yes, and then we better deliver, which we won't. That's why we're keeping prices low and therefore expectations low. This price level 3 for what? For going to the beach? That's not how a beach works in my utopia. It's a public space. And someone has put up stuff here. That's on them. The beach does not cost. Okay? Yes. Not in my utopia. No. I might make it a bit popular in season. We shall see. Maybe. Oh, there are a lot of pipes and stuff here. This looks like I don't know what, a web of something. There's a lot of, yeah, you need a lot of piping. For a lot of heat, for a lot of people. We almost got to have a look at the people. We can look at the citizens. Hello. If we could get rid of a few things here. There we go. Fantastic. Quite snappy dressers too, they are. Well, now that there are women around, they have to look a bit sharper than before. Everyone had the same shirt, but in different, slightly varying colors and same pair of trousers, basically. Yes, but they stepped up their game. Last chance to buy. Didn't I turn this off? Pretty sure I did. Never mind, I'm not going. God damn it. Yes, hello, sir. How are you doing? Sir. Comrade, I think is the... Maybe. Was that the from the thing here? From the pantograph? Might have been. There's lots of sirens here. All the goddamn time. Yes, but if you get tired of the sirens, we can go out, for example, here. And listen to the birds, I think. Tid. here somewhere there should be a pollution monitoring station. But I cannot find it apparently. There it is. The thing is that this place is not a healthy place to be for you, birds. Oh. But anyway, yes, we have supersonic tourism. We had supersonic tourism. We could have it again. We instead have supersonic workers. At least supersonic worker transportation. There's still no bauxite here. We also have to use the terrain editor if I want. Yes, set up an aluminium industry. How difficult could that be? That's really not complicated at all. You need iron mine, aluminium bauxite mine, first of all. That makes raw bauxite, which might be an aggregate. I'd go with yes. Yes, it is. And then we have the bauxite processing plant, which takes 25 workers. Okay. You produce 0.5 tons per day. And you can consume 125 tons. What? Per worker. Yes, per worker per day. Of course. Yes, have you played this game before a bit? Pardon me. Yes, I have played it a little bit. And now and then. There's 4 tons of iron ore per worker you get, and okay, fine, whatever. Yes, and then we need one of these. They take workers and raw bauxite and turn that into bauxite. And then we have this alumina plant. Yes, that requires. It produces aluminium oxide. Aluminum oxide. I almost said it. Oh. I'll go and wash my hands later. Something. Mouth. Yes. Anyway. Aluminium oxide you take, and you use up bauxite and coal and chemicals. And 11 megawatt hour, isn't that quite a lot? The steel mill can consume 26 megawatt hours per day. This requires a lot of electricity, 151 megawatt hours per day. Okay then. To create aluminium here out of aluminium oxide and chemicals, this is real chemical intensive. Yes, if we want to, we don't have anything to dig up somehow, even though aluminium is the most abundant metal in the dirt, in the earth, on the earth, as in the around us. Abundant. It is the most common or something along those lines. Yes, we don't have any. That's just the way it is. But should we buy? What's the difference in price? Economy. Rise about twice. Yes. So don't have to do the processing. Yeah, it would make sense to have the people who have the resource do some sort of thing. Tourism. Soviet tourists, they don't like it here. Average trip score 2.1. No one has died. That's a good thing. Tourists intended to enter Republic 2,595. 13,416. Ended trip prematurely. None. Okay, so it can't have been that bad. It's this year. But, this month, this year. Yes, one person died from the Soviets and 2 from the West. Sorry. But it might have been of old age. It's certainly most likely probably had nothing to do with the surprise carousel, for example. Yes. We don't have a lot of Soviet tourism at the moment since we don't have an airplane for them. I don't know, there's flying workers to the airplane factory. That doesn't do a whole lot. Now we can change it back if you like. Or what you could do is do a little bit more intricate route, maybe. We can try and do something. It's an airplane. You don't need to go only from point A to point B. You can put in another point in between. Say you were to go like you do now, and after Linköping Airport Terminal, you go to beyond the Soviet borders. And then you go to Sjön Airport Terminal, unload the tourists, get on some workers, and unload them here, and then go over again. Yeah. I think that sounds reasonable. And luckily we'll find out. You were supposed to be building aluminium industry. Yeah, but how much has it cost really? 70,000 rubles and 300,000, $200,000. Okay, yes, it's only imported via air. It's very good. But it's a bit unnecessary to have a truck driving it from up there. We should have a cargo terminal here. Definitely should. We did have a cargo terminal there. It was torn down. That noise, that sound must come back. The bulldozer sound. Fan. It is a very defining character of this here game. Petitions and so last chance to I still don't care about whatever it is. Brand new vehicle production ended. Yes, but we build our own stuff if we want it. And the plans are always available, I think, to get. Also, it's 1972. I don't know if it is the peak of technology. Some things, airplanes, certainly are at the peak. The Concorde moment, quite literally, is here. If you call that a peak, well, if you measure it in the speed at which we could transport ourselves, then yes. If you take a few more factors in, such as the costs, for example, then we might be a little bit better off nowadays. Even though it takes longer. Yes, anyway, the thing, yes, you're in the wrong. You want to be infrastructure, yes, and you want cargo terminal. Somewhere around here. Things you do. And then I was thinking, no, we need to build one of these first. How it works. Very nice. And a bit of this. There we go. That's only going to take like 50 years to get that done now. It just feels slow. It is actually, if you consider the construction projects that we're doing, it's extremely fast. We built the entire aerospace industry in like 1.5 years. Yes. Usually it takes a bit longer to set that sort of thing up. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I need to take care of my personal heating system. In my old village house, I don't have centralized heating from the state as they do in here in the Soviet Republic. No. I have my independent heating system causing pollution. Definitely. Are only burning old rubber tires, you know. That's the best stuff. That's definitely the best stuff. Preferably without, steel in them. Again, it's a bit hard to get by the ones with steel in them, steel threading and such. It's a whole lot easier to get by. Anyway, burning rubber tires. Yes. That's good stuff. Lots of energy stored in those. Turns out. Okay, so that would be that. We also need... Remember here now. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Pipeline. One of these maybe. Yes, why not? There though. There you go. Pipe. Mm-hmm. $72 tons of fuel you have in there, not a lot. We could get another tanker or two for the distribution office here, since it's only the one. Oh, that's the 23rd of November. Random events such as the weather not being exactly the same year after year. Would that be something, maybe? Could that be something? Might, what are you doing now? I'm going to get myself a tanker truck. Somewhere around here, if we have any. We have. You can only put one more here. Okay. They really need that. This many covered trucks here. Maybe not. That's good enough. That's twice the amount, twice the capacity that they currently have, that they will soon have. That's good. Health, isn't it? This is how much are you drinking here, if I may ask? You are 100% drunk. You're 7. You're pretty damn drunk. This is for Sollefteå, this type of behavior. This is not 4.5 liters you drank yesterday. Yes, and now you're working at the oil refinery. Yes, great. 41% health. Why are you're drinking yourselves to something? Why did you get so thirsty all of a sudden? There's no one at the pub. That's weird. Strange. Odd. I don't know. Now there's lots of people at the pub. Okay. Now we have guests waiting for service here, even though it is fully staffed almost. What? How much are you drinking? 1.5 liters. 3 liters you want. 6.5 kilograms of food and 3 liters of alcohol. And then you go home and watch television. I mean, no wonder your health is not doing that great. But you're happy. Feel happy. Good for you. And so are you, but your health is not that great neither. It's... you died. Or escaped. Or disappeared for some reason. I did not take notice of how old the person was. What the hell happened to that person? Here's Ida, 52 years old. One child. Oh, he's 6 years old. You got her at 4. Okay. Ida, what have you been doing with your life? You... Okay. Senile, and you were already half drunk at the age of 6. Yes, I don't know what's gotten into you people here. You've gotten very, very, very thirsty, it would appear. Your particular society here might not be able to handle it. It's for Sollefteå to be the drunks. Where they make to drink too. It's the way it's always been. Did we notice here, by the way, if this actually picked up any people? Did I take note? Oh, and yes, by the way, yeah, an advantage of unintentionally crashing the game by pressing down unknown key combinations, randomly smashing the keyboard, was that there was an update to the game. So we're on 0.8.3.9. No, not that I've really experienced any problem, but apparently there was lots of problems with stats and economy and pricing and things, and prices aren't really that important here since we have the stuff don't quite pay money or foreign currency. Now, of course, ideally here you would have this hooked up directly to the factory, but we can have a truck going back and forth, it's okay. Yeah, it will have to do. And whether it does or not, it's all you're getting. So there's that. Yes, this takes ages, remember, to do it this way. Yes, I know. Should we have another airport? We don't need it. I mean, if de saliga, should de saliga have an airport? I And if we look at the place such as this, how long is this then? It ought to be long enough for quite a decent runway. And terminal building and things. Just have to tear out a little bit of road here. It's probably not that important. But it can't be deleted. You can manually bulldoze the snow. Great. Let's have a look at the lay of the land. You should have done that before tearing out the road. Yes, but okay. Any other infrastructure in the way? Maybe. Airplane cannot landing or take off. But I only need to do that in one end. Because that's not long enough. Really isn't. And this high voltage thing we cannot get rid of. It is quite important. I did not mind going over the road. Okay. But this is an old crappy road. Why, we don't need to keep this around. No. There you go. Now that we might have a chance. 600, 800. There's still old crappy road in the way. That's okay. Might also be a bit of terrain in the way here. Yes, that's going to be a while. I want to do anything about that. And lots of unsettling noises in the meantime. Yes. Try again. How far do we get this time? Airplane cannot take off or landing. So there's a mountain in the way. I'm aware of this. 800 and... See, it needs to be almost a kilometer. Yes, we can try and do this. Like 980 meters or something for the supersonic plane to be able to work. The amount of bulldozers here is not really impressive. Oh. Pardon me. But I think if we do this and be careful not to enter the airplane menu now, might get a bit more efficient. Not just too... Yes, that is burning through quite a bit of money. Yes, but we need this mountain gone. In the way. Progress. It's not a mountain, it's just a mud hill or something, it would appear. How much of the people's money were... people's money? Antique. Airplanes. Runway. Continue. Airplane cannot take off for landing. Okay. 888 meters. This is not going to be enough. And that's the limit. There, okay. It was sub-optimum then. Okay, different approach. Different approach. That's it. You have to imagine. And again. Oh. There we go. Very good. This is nowhere near smooth enough to build a runway over. Think this is? No. No, I don't. Some other infrastructure is, yeah, that would be the road. The non-crappy road that we would like to keep, if possible. Too steep of a descent. That's oh no, it needs to be 980 meters. Come on. 974. Ah. Too steep. Too steep. Come on. 995. I think that is enough. 1003. Yes, hello, little village of de saliga. There's airplanes are coming to town. Eventually. You're just going to have to build it first. And it would appear here as though we got a little bit of... okay. Not great. How much of a slope will these do? Not a lot, I don't think. They ought not to do a whole lot of slope. But we can try. Okay. Thank you. And quite that far. Air control tower. Yeah, we're going to need that too. Airport terminal. For passengers, definitely very useful. It's the airplane is that way. It's a bit too big. To fit. De saliga is not getting an airport. They could make them build this or not, or we could say screw it. So Yeah. So. As I said, I'm out of ideas. I'm done. I'm done with working and resourcing. Maybe. Does that mean that I also have to be done with the YouTube thing? So far it seems so, yes. It seems so. I've tried other things. It has not worked out quite good. And it's also 66 subscribers. Yes, you're all very fine people. But that's like 1 subscriber per week. If you that rate, yeah, we'll get to 2,000 subscribers here in about, I don't even know. YouTube won't exist by the time 1,000. Yeah, well, if you could get to as you know, never mind. But if you don't subscribe, even for half of the people watching these things don't subscribe. No, I know it doesn't really matter for your experience to subscribe or not anymore, because the YouTube algorithm works and it works it out for you. It shows you stuff that you watch, and it shows you more of the stuff that you watch more, and so on. But it's still important to subscribe as well. It means a whole lot to the person behind the thing here. And it also means a whole lot for a whole lot of other reasons. But I don't want to be one of those. Remember to hit subscribe and click the notification. I know how it works. You don't need to tell me. Damn it. So I don't want to tell you. But remember to hit the subscribe button in case you haven't. If you fancy, but if you're hearing this, you might as well. Yes, I think definitely. If you're hearing this, you should definitely hit the subscribe thing if you haven't done so already. Have the skies and the clouds gone a bit different? There's the airplane. Maybe. It looks a bit more like these types of clouds now, what they're called. Slöjmoln. Yeah, but that's works and resources. Supersonic tourism. Supersonic workers. Airplanes flying around. Trains going about. Train seems a lot less interesting now that we have airplanes. Yes. So that's it. Thank you so very much for watching. Good night.